Alexandra Abramova is here with you, and the next edition of the SportLife program is on the air. Hello. Let's start traditionally with the latest news from the world of mixed martial arts over the past week. On July 23rd, London hosted the next UFC Fight Night at number 208, in which Nikita Krylov, the former participant of the N1 Global League, performed as part of the main card event. Ukrainian athlete Nikita Minor Krylov has been performing in professional fights for 20 years, and during this time he managed to hold 37 fights, of which 28 ended in his favor, including the fight with Gabriel Tempo in April 2013, which ended with a technical knockout at the end of the initial round at the N1 Challenge 38 tournament. Interestingly, immediately after this performance, the athlete was invited to the famous American promotion, where in the debut match he lost to Balaur. Since then, the fighter has managed to hold 15 fights at the UFC, 90% of which were completed ahead of schedule. Nikita's latest exit in London against the Swedish athlete Alexander Gustafsson was no exception. Minor knocked out his opponent at the first minute and 7 seconds of the initial round. This short fight turned out to be so spectacular that it brought Krylov a $50,000 bonus. Very soon, on July 30th, the Triumph Liberty Sports Palace will host another evening of MMA Series-54. We talked about the super battles of the upcoming event in the previous issue. Today we will talk in details about the duels of the main card. Vladislav Sukalenko, who made his pride debut at the 51st Blacksmith tournament and pleased the audience with a couple of extremely dangerous and incredibly spectacular takedowns, is preparing to hold his second duel at the professional level. The athlete completed his first appearance in the pro category with a submission, defeating Amir Batur in the first minute and 11 seconds of the initial round. His new opponent will be the Moldovan athlete, representative of the Colosseum Club, Alexander Balaur, who has already performed twice on our side. Unfortunately, Alexander has not yet managed to finish the fights in his favor. The new exit into the octagon will be an excellent attempt for him to close the defeats. We hope that Alexander is in a good shape and has worked out all of his weaknesses. Otherwise, Sukalenko will knock him over the head just like he did with the previous opponent. Another athlete familiar to the fans of the MMA series will once again enter our octagon for a new victory. Representing the Olympus Club, Maxim Viktorov will try his hand this time against a soldier from Tajikistan, Ganiev. The Russian athlete has been performing at our venue since October 20. In his first match at the tournament of the series, the athlete defeated Sharapov Islam with a painful reception in the first minutes of the initial round. This was followed by the 3 more confident victories, 2 by knockouts and another by submission. What's interesting is that in his entire professional career, Maxim has never brought fights even to the second 5 minutes, preferring to knock out opponents or catch them on a painful and choking holds within the first round. The only exception was the latest exit at the 50th anniversary event of the series, where he had to go through a full distance in a fight with an experienced fighter Kamaldinov Islam. Viktor's new opponent, Tajik fighter Ganiev, preferred more to winning knockouts or bringing the fight to the decision of the judges. And submissions, judging by statistics, usually lead to the defeats. Let's see how much the athlete managed to work out his weaknesses and make an assumption that the upcoming fight will not come to the decision. Ignacio, the representative of the core MMA club who successfully debuted at the 47th event of the series, will meet with a fighter whom we have not seen in our octagon for more than 2 years. The participant of the MMA Series-54, the Belarusian athlete Zhukovsky, returns to business. Brazilian athlete Ignacio currently has 5 successful fights on his account and not a single defeat. On our side, Ganiev celebrated the unanimous decision victory over Kyrgyz fighter Ganiev in February of this year. Since then, he has managed to perform once again outside the series and to pick up another victory, this time by a split decision. The fighter also repeatedly attended our events as a cornerman for his teammates. In the manner of fighting, Ignacio is unpredictable and can conduct both full 3-round bouts and to finish fights with knockouts and chokes. What cannot be said about his new opponent, who on the contrary lost his only fight that reached the decision of the judges. Zhukovsky has on his account an equal number of fights held at the professional level and prefers not to take fights beyond the second round. At the moment, he is on a 2-win streak after losing to Karara Rahimali in March of 20th year. The guests of the MMA Series-54 Triumph tournament will have another duel with the participation of an athlete from the Krasnodar Fight Club Kuzna, which is well known to all of us. Vasily Rudenko, who has performed in the series 3 times already, this time will share the octagon with Russian athlete Igor Konstantinov, for whom this will be the debut within our promotion. Vasily Rudenko is a young and promising athlete whose career we have been watching since October of the 20th year. It was then when he defeated Islam Khajayev with a submission in the first round and took the second professional victory into his piggy bank. This was followed by 2 more successful outcomes in the battles against Kamiljan Nikromov and Islam Jumayev at the 44th and 51st tournaments respectively. The longest fight with Rudenko's participation in the series lasted 3 minutes and 40 seconds, while the rest of the fights ended not later than the first half of the initial round. His new opponent, Igor Konstantinov, is not yet familiar to our viewers, but he has already managed to meet 2 fighters of the series outside of the promotion. Last year, Igor unsuccessfully fought Vladan Sidorenko and Sharapudin Abdusalamov. Konstantinov managed to work out his latest defeat and is aimed to getting back on the winning path. Just like Vasily, Konstantinov prefers to finish fights with painful techniques or knockouts. Also, as part of the main card, we are waiting for the meeting of the debutants of our side. Russian fighter Maxim Levshin will meet with the representative of Tajikistan Ramazan Hafizoda. Both athletes are on a winning streak of 2 duels. Each of them is looking for the opportunity to successfully knock out or strangle the opponent. And also, in addition to 4 super bouts and 6 fights of the main card, we are waiting for 3 battles of the debutants of the series within the undercard. Perhaps it is the fights that open the tournament will give us the new names from the world of MMA. And this was the SportLife program and its presenter Alexandra Abramova. Stay with us and follow the news of the series on the MMA Series website and in our social networks. Watch the TV channel MMA-TV.com, especially every Thursday. See you on the air.